We're used to thinking about academics, particularly historians, as archive users. They come, they request the materials from the archivist, they do their research and they go away, and the archivist may never actually see the outputs. But what if we rethink that relationship? What if the academic and the archivist could co-design a project that used the company's collections to create new knowledge? Knowledge that not only contributes to scholarship, but is also of value to the company itself.
All business archivists know there are hidden treasures in their collections, things that are potentially relevant to the present-day organisation. But they often don't have the time, the resources or the contextual knowledge and research skills to analyse them. Academic collaboration may offer a solution.
Within my organisation, academics are a kind of trusted source, if you like. So as an organisation, we can tend to be quite closed. But I think we trust academics more than we trust, journalists or other people who might be interested in the material that we hold in our archive.
The value is that academics working with the business archives, it gives it it validates the core essence of what the archives is saying. If an academic comes in, and particularly if they help prove a point that the company wants to see proved, or even if they disprove it, at least it's there and a third party has objectively put a stamp of approval on it.
There's a whole part of our archive that we're not capitalising on, that we're not asking academics to come and look at. We're actively closing it to the public, so I think that's something we really want to redress, but in an atmosphere of considering the issues of trust, considering the issues of privacy, of sensitivity, confidential information. So looking at the business-specific issues is really helpful for us.
I think collaboration is really important, partly because within business, that's the way everything's going. So within HSBC, the bank, there's lots about working cross departments, cross businesses to really enhance the expertise across those businesses. And I think it works the same with archives. We're very specialist, and to reach out to other areas like academia to bring in those skills is only going to enhance what you're doing, isn't it?
Most businesses will appreciate this increased amount of knowledge that we can use, but it's the thought that we've got to expend resources to actually get that far, which sometimes puts us off. So this way I think we found that we haven't needed to use quite so many of our own resources, but being able to share resources with a university has made it much more accessible, much easier, much less time consuming and much cheaper.
It does raise your profile amongst the wider academic community, attracts greater research interests. It raises the profile amongst within your own organisation if you can point to research that's been done in collaboration with an external partner. And it does give access possibly to some external funding which wouldn't normally be available to a business archive if it was run within a private company.
And the presentation we've had today on the pay policy has, I think, really lifted people's eyes and helped at a crucial moment for us as a leadership team, looking at how we pay partners in the business right now.
When you're doing your day job, your current context is front of mind. So to actually reach back into the past, learn from what other people have done, and just be a little bit braver and less risk averse, I think actually having courage in what we've managed to achieve previously will really start to influence the context in which we make decisions.
So we knew from the conversations we'd had as part of our project that many archivists could see the value of collaborating with academics on projects to benefit their businesses, and they wanted to take that interest further. But they often didn't know where to start, or they were concerned about how to go about it so it worked for the archive and for the wider company. So we worked as a co-writing team to produce some concise written guidance and supporting short films tailored to the business archive sector. The guidance aims to help archivists design and plan projects with academics, engage their internal stakeholders and manage those relationships. We're releasing all these resources through the UK's Business Archives Council website and hope they'll encourage more collaborative projects to get off the ground.
There wasn't anything before this point that was specific to business archives, looking at our issues in particular, which often are quite different from other archive sectors, as you might expect. So I think this will be used, especially by those who haven't engaged in any academic partnerships before, which there'll be quite a few.
Alix Green's project has made us all sit up and think about what it is that's valuable about doing this and how we can and should advocate within our profession for others to take the plunge, to be more open-minded and to be more ambitious, really, about their collection.